Now we'll start with the next way of approaching to send the ethers is directly to the smart contract. So how we will do this? First come to this place inside the mount function. Now write await. This is also an async function, so you can basically use that. Now web3.eth.send transaction. You have already used web3.eth contract out here .net to get the ID .get accounts. Like this is also a function. Send transaction. See, okay, send transaction and then parenthesis, and then you have to fill it up in a JSON format. So what all do you need? You need a from address. So from, let's say, accounts 0, then comma 2. So basically out here you will have to give an address to which this function will send the ethers. It will take it from the from account and send it to the to account. So for the to account, how will you write it? So you know the address of the smart contract is in this one, deployed network dot address. So you just copy it from here and then paste it out here. So it's still here. And then next what? You need to specify the value. The value, we can put it as 1 ether. We'll just copy this string and paste it out here. So we have the web3.eth send transaction. So from this one to this one by the value this one. So next up, we can check the response again. So we'll just copy these two lines to check the response of the identifier, and that's it. So we'll try this. Let's check for any errors. Okay, contract is not defined. Okay, so basically out here I have used the contract. So this is where the contract is coming from. But if you see where we have called this, it was written instance. So from here it's instance, this one. So you have to change this to instance. And then give it a try again. I'm showing you all the errors so that you will get to know where we have made any mistakes. So let's check this out. Again, we are having all these stuff out here, printing logs and all. Then we have the fallback got called. So at this point the fallback got called, and then you press the example thing, and then this will get called. So after that, send ether got called. Now let's try one more thing. If you want to send this account some ethers, this second account some ethers, so how will you do that? So it's basically the exact same thing you had before. You just copy this one, copy, then paste it, and then in the place of deployed network dot address, you need to give out this address. Either give this address or you can take it as accounts of 1. So this is how you can actually do this. So I'll run this in the next lecture. Now let's see how this works actually. So I'll just open my Ganache. So let's check out this. We have 87.88 out here. Let's check some transactions. Okay, transaction have been called. So right now my balance is 87.88 ethers out here. And the second address is this with 100 ethers. We'll check the addresses. Let's check the address. 4F33 out here, 47289 out here. Okay, so this has reduced. That means we have called a lot of times these sending to contracts and all. So now we'll check with these two. Let's try this. We'll be sending one ether to this other person. Check for, okay. I guess that got executed because there are no error, like no console log. Let's check. Okay, so you can see now it has gone zero point zero 0.01 ether. Okay, so basically the problem was that I have made it zero point zero 0.01 ethers. So for one ether, I have to change this to two more zeros. Okay, my bad. So out here, we can see that we have to put 18 number of zeros because one ether is 10 power 18. Way, sorry, one ether equals to 10 power 18 way. Yeah, correct. So now let's give it a final run. So we know this is here we are sending one ether to the contract, here we are sending one ether to the contract, and here we are sending one ether to the other person. Let's check this out. So yeah, this has got reduced from 87 to 84, 3 ethers total transferred, and out here it has increased by 1. Let's check the transaction where all we have lost money. Let's see, 1 ether, 1 ether, 1 ether. These three transactions had been carried out. 4F, this is our from address. This one out here is our to address to my friend, and these two are my contract address. So seems easy. Now I'll show you how to have a withdraw function. What this withdraw function will do, it will take out all the ethers that have been stored in the contract and give it to the owner. For now, for simplicity, we are considering that anybody who calls this will get this ethers back, but at real execution, you need to have the only owner constraint or the modifier you can say, where if only the owner calls it, only can the owner call this function. So let's try this out. So we'll say function withdraw. Let's make it public for now. Next up, we need to give the contract address. How to give the contract address? We'll say address, say mine, which can be said to be my address or the contract address out here. So what you will give address parenthesis this. So basically this returns the address of this contract to the my variable. Now next up what we can do, we can check out the balance in this. So we'll put UN256 balance BAL equal to my address or my, basically this has my address out here, so my dot balance. So this will give you the balance of this contract. Now what you want to do, you want to transfer this to the address. So what you will do, you will give the address of the person whom you are transferring to or whom this contract is transferring the ethers to. So how you will write message.sender dot, okay, just keep this in parenthesis. Okay, message.sender then dot transfer. Now in the argument of this function you have to mention how much you want to transfer. So bal. So let's save this. Now let's redeploy this. We'll go to our main directory. Truffle migrate minus minus reset. Let's wait for some time so that this gets executed, and we'll go to the app.js. Now, after all these three have been executed, so it gets executed after this. Now we'll press enter. Okay, so no compilation error and it's getting deployed. So now we need to write how we can get out the balance. So you just copy this one, const receipt. Okay, we are writing it out here, right? So we can take this, yeah, this one. Okay, not this one, actually this one only. Const receipt. So come out here, just paste this out here. So const receipt is equal to await dot await space contract. So contract will change to instance out here. Instance dot methods dot the method name. Okay, this has got successfully deployed. Let's check the method name. It's withdraw. So withdraw, then dot send. No need to give out any price. Sending, you have to send it via this accounts of zero. So if you're sending it via the accounts of zero, you will get back the ether, but you won't actually know how you're getting back the ether because the plus and minus will be equal. So let's change it to the third account. Let's save this and then let's check it out.